Greetings.
Hi there.
What brings you here, my son? Ah, yes. The gauntlets have been here for ages. I know only the basic story behind them. They're more of a novelty these days. My only real involvement with them these days is keeping the youngsters from hurting themselves trying to pick the gauntlets up. What is your interest in them, if I may ask? Oh, I'm afraid that's quite impossible. They don't move, not even a bit, as if they're the heaviest things in the world. Don't you know the story behind them? I'm not, familiar with all the details, but I know roughly what happened. Yes, well, I don't know the whole thing. A great many years ago, a knight of the Old Order did something terrible, and the gauntlets just fell off. They dropped to the floor right where he stood, and no one could lift them. It was a sign of the curse placed upon this knight by Stendar, I think. That curse still lingers on today, in fact. Poor Kellen. Oh, why, he's a descendant of that very knight from so long ago. The curse has affected his family all these years. He suffers from it now. He came here from Hammerfell seeking a cure, but, well, there's really nothing that can be done for him, I think. He may know more of the story than I. Perhaps you should speak with him, if he's feeling well enough. It's a horrible thing, truly. One cannot help but pity those such as Kellen, who have such a burden placed on them, through no fault of their own. But if it is the will of the Nine, then there is little that can be done. The gauntlets have been here far longer than any of us. I don't expect that to ever change. They'll almost certainly be here long after we're all gone. Certainly after Kellen's family has died out. He's down in the chapel hall, resting. You may speak to him if you like. The church has taken no official position on his teaching yet, but from the reports I've heard, he may be truly inspired by the divines. Sometimes I just go look at the great oak. Magnificent, don't you think? Ask Kellen about the curse.
What is it? Is there a cure? Has Arelder found a cure? I know there's something he's not telling me. Ah, so you've heard it, have you? Terrible curse. Been in the family almost longer than anyone can remember. When I was younger, I could live with it. Wasn't so bad. But it's only gotten worse over time. I'd come here, to the place it all happened, in the hopes that something could be done. I fear I haven't much time left otherwise. Arelder has let me stay, mostly out of pity, I think. But there's something else. I swear he knows more than he tells. I've seen plenty of pity in people's eyes over the years. I grew up recognizing it. But with Arelder, there's something else there. And when he speaks to me, there are times I'd swear he sounds apologetic, guilty. I would never. What reason does he have to hold back information? I know I'm a doomed man one way or the other. Speak to him if you can. Convince him to tell me what he knows as a dying man's last wish. You've seen them, I assume. The only evidence of what happened so many years ago. Do you know that I thought perhaps I could lift them? That somehow this curse would be lifted if I could pick them up? I tried for hours, until my whole body ached, and I could barely move. I lay there on the floor next to them, weeping. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I've been at the end of my rope for far too long to be ashamed of anything. I don't know why they're still here. They're so heavy, and I'm so weak. What does Stendar want from me? The church is still in turmoil from the attack on the Chapel of Dibella. I don't think anyone has had time to really study this prophet's teachings. My best advice would be to go, listen carefully, and decide for yourself. Northern Goods and Trade is an excellent place to buy supplies. You too.
Good to see you. Welcome, Knight Commander. I cannot face him. I know what might be done for him, but I haven't the will to do it. I wish I could help him. Truly I do. But I cannot muster the strength to damn myself on his behalf. The curse. I know what would lift it, but I cannot do it. The only way to free Kellen of his curse is to take it on myself. I am not strong enough to do this, and so I am a failure. I fail Kellen every time I speak to him, and I fail Stendar every time I pray to him and do not ask for the power to lift the curse. Do you know one who would do such a thing? One who would pray at this chapel's altar, pray to Stendar for the power to lift this curse? I've told you, the only way to lift the curse from Kellen is to pray to Stendar for the power to free him. But that means taking the curse on yourself. You'll be marked for life, as will all your children and your children's children. Be seeing you.
Morning.
What is it? How did you? I feel good. I feel good. I don't feel like death. I feel like running. Look at me!
You seem quite intriguing. Please, share your thoughts.
That Honditar sure knows his way around this area. Have you spoken with him recently?
I spoke to him recently. He really knows his way around. Knows every...
Good day.
Greetings.
Dotted with isolated farms and settlements, with most of the population in the coastal margin.
Really? Heard any news from the other provinces?
They say syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of imperial goods in the land of the Ultima.
It seems Somerset Isle has...
What brings you to the altar of Kinnereth, my child? You have been in the chapel of Kinnereth from the moment you stepped outdoors. Have you not felt her presence? We gather here to pay tribute to all of the blessings she bestows upon us. You would seek the holy relic Kinnereth has bestowed upon the world. Then you must prove yourself worthy. Kinnereth's creations guard her relic, and you must pass the test before you may be granted the boots. I cannot say what it will be, for I do not know. Kinnereth herself will decide in what manner you shall be tested. All I can do is direct you to the Grove of Trials and remind you to heed Kinnereth's teachings. Fear and respect nature and all her creations. Indeed, nature itself is Kinnereth's domain. All its creatures are her wards. You would do well to remember this when it comes time for your test. Not far from here, to the west, nestled within the great forest, it is a place many would overlook. I warn you that it is unwise to take anyone with you. You should go there alone. Then proceed directly to the grove, as your test has begun. Kinnereth may choose to guard you along the way. That is up to her. Good luck. You must be tested by Kinnereth before you are worthy of the boots. Watch yourself around goblins. Some of the nastier ones will toss spells at you. Goodbye.
Well met.
Looks like you're handy with a blade.
It's you. I've heard of you. You're the one restoring the Knights of the Nine, aren't you? My name is Caradus O'Holan. Like you, I am a servant of the Nine, specifically of Zenithar. I came here seeking his mace. However, I could not pass the test. I'm no crusader, but that doesn't mean that I cannot serve Zenithar. In light of the recent attacks, I've signed on to protect the chapel. I'm fair with the blade, and by my honor, I'll serve the Nine in any way I can. Of the original Divines, Zenithar is thought to be the most in touch with the mortal realm. Some legends say that Zenithar has close ties to Kinnereth, an idea that is supported by the manner in which the two gods' realms interact. Craftsmen devoted to Zenithar are able to create and profit from the materials provided by Kinnereth's natural world. The two work in harmony, the natural world providing for the craftsman. One cannot revere Zenithar without acknowledging the power of Kinnereth. I grew up in Cheydinhall. My father was a cobbler. My mother was an acolyte of Zenithar. She was self-taught, not part of the chapel proper. They were both killed in an accident when I was young. I became a ward of the Crown and was drafted into the Imperial Army. After serving 2 tours patrolling Stros Mackay, I left the service for a life devoted to Zenithar, inspired by my parents. Legends say that when Pellinal Whitestrake was slain by the Aliens, a messenger carried the mace to the human settlement of Leowin as a message. Centuries later, the master craftsman St. Calidus built the Chapel of Zenithar in Leowin as a tribute to the legend. When St. Calidus was laid to rest, those who prayed to Zenithar at his tomb began to receive visions of the mace of the Crusader. Legends say that when Pellinal Whitestrake was slain by the Aliens, a messenger carried the mace to the human settlement of Leowin as a message. Centuries later, the master craftsman St. Calidus built the Chapel of Zenithar in Leowin as a tribute to the legend. When St. Calidus was laid to rest, those who prayed to Zenithar at his tomb began to receive visions of the mace of the Crusader. Of the original Divines, Zenithar is thought to be the most in touch with the mortal realm. Some legends say that Zenithar has close ties to Kinnereth, an idea that is supported by the manner in which the two gods' realms interact. Craftsmen devoted to Zenithar are able to create and profit from the materials provided by Kinnereth's natural world. The two work in harmony, the natural world providing for the craftsman. One cannot revere Zenithar without acknowledging the power of Kinnereth. Bye. worm. Am I supposed to be impressed? Take that! Die, damn you! I can't believe it. We survived. By the grace of the Nine, we survived. In no small part to you, Sir Knight. By your will, and the will of the Nine, the Chapel of Zenithar has held against this blasphemer. Sir, I pledge you my sword. I wish to join you in your quest to restore the Knights of the Nine and defeat this Umaril. I can only hope to match your bravery and valor. I am honored to serve by your side. Allow me to fetch more suitable equipment. I shall return shortly.
Hi!
Good news from Cravat for a change. I hope I can help. Please, go on. You too.
Sir Knight, thank Arche you are back. I have terrible news. Sir Roderick, I think he's dead. At first things were going well. He prayed at all the shrines and received a vision, a disturbing vision. The shade of Sir Beric spoke to me was all he said. We must put him to rest. We traveled back and forth across Colovia. He was always asking about an old noble family, the Vlindrels. Finally, he found what he was looking for. We went to Underpaw Cave, and there he fell. He said that Sir Beric's tomb was in Underpaw Cave, which is no cave, but some kind of buried keep. He had learned that Sir Beric had once been a questing knight, like us. He had found the greaves and sword of the Crusader, but then turned to evil. Sir Roderick hoped to find the relics within Sir Beric's tomb, and he did. But we also found a terrible guardian, the wraith of Lord Vlindrel, Sir Beric. Yes, my lord, and I brought you. Sir Roderick shouted for me to take them. The greaves, the holy relic, they're yours. The wraith, it used it against Sir Roderick. I don't know how that evil thing could use the holy weapon, but it did. It screamed as it struck. I'm sorry. I remember Sir Roderick saying something about the sword before we went to Underpaw. It may be important. He was worried that the sword may have been turned to evil. that it may have to be reconsecrated on the altar of its creator, the divine Arche. That's all I remember. I hope it may help you. Thank you, Sir Knight. I would ask a boon if I could, although I know I do not deserve it. Would you make me a Knight of the Nine? I want to dedicate myself to ridding the world of evil. I owe it to Sir Roderick. Thank you. Thank you, Sir Knight. I will not fail you. Give me a moment to arm myself, and I will accompany you to Underpaw Cave to destroy the foul wraith.
Morning.
What?
Have you heard? The Chapel of Mara in Breville's been attacked, just like Anvil. Everyone's slaughtered, the altars desecrated.
Commander?
Morning.
Well
Best
met,
way
Sir
to
Knight.
take out a skeleton is with a big weapon. Forget. Have pity on an old war veteran.
Run away!
Lord Crusader, the prophet is here. He's just arrived. He seemed to know you were coming, told me to wait for you, and here you are. Come. He is preaching to the assembled knights in the chapel. You should speak to him at once.
You have stepped from the humble shadows of obscurity and into legend. No feat you have accomplished in your life compares to what you have become. You are an embodiment of Pelinal Whitestrake, the bane of Umarul the Unfeathered. The time has come for you to fulfill your destiny. Umaril lies hid in the ancient fane of Garlus Malatar. You must go there and destroy him. No. Should you face Umaril, you would suffer the same fate as Pelinal. But times change, and even the shape of the divine itself must change with it. Where once there were 8, now one more stands with them, and they have become 9. Aye, with the apotheosis of Tiber Septum, the face of the divine was transformed. Talos ascended, and the 8 became 9. So, although you wear the armor of the gods, it is incomplete. A relic of the old ways and the old gods. As a proven guardian of this realm, and a warrior the likes of which have not been seen in millennia, Talos grants you his sacred blessing, with the ancient gifts of the 8 and the new gift of the 1. You are ready to face Umaril. It will allow you to follow Umaril into the spirit realm upon his death. It will allow you to destroy him, body and soul, utterly and for all time. You must first kill his living body. While beyond the power of most mortals, this is only the lesser of your 2 tasks. His Daedric nature allows his spirit to escape into oblivion after death. Oh, this is what Pelinal learned upon defeating Umaril the first time. But you can do what Pelinal could not. The blessings of Talos will allow you to follow Umaril's spirit when it leaves his body. This you must do, and you must not fail. You will not, because the Nine fight with you. When Umaril joined with the Daedra, his spirit expanded beyond this realm. His physical form can travel between realms, but his spirit is bound. When his body is destroyed, his spirit travels back to Oblivion and is reformed in the fires of creation with the armor of the gods and the blessing of Talos. You will be able to follow him where Pelinal could not and destroy his very spirit. Once his spirit is destroyed, he will be completely obliterated, erased from all realms of existence. Garlas Malatar was the westernmost outpost of the Aeliad Empire. It watched over what we call the Abyssinian Sea. Since his return, Umaril has taken Garlas Malatar as his lair. That is where you must seek him out. Umaril cannot be bested in his physical form by any normal means. His blows can strike down the mightiest of warriors in a single stroke. The Eight created the relics to withstand Umaril's fell power. Do not attempt to face him without this divine protection. Your knights will assemble at Garlas Malatar and await you there. Gather all those who you deem worthy. Not all who enter those halls shall return. Those who fall in service of the Nine will live on forever in the halls of their fathers. I wish you well on your quest, Crusader. We are depending on you.
Commander?
Commander.
do think we took them by surprise.
Do you think we took them by surprise?
Hello, Sand
You're attacking! Bella and Mora!
Knights of the Nine!
I'm on your side!
The righteous fury of Standard take you! And the Nine. The righteous fury of Standard take you. The Knights of the Nine have come for you.
Am I supposed to be impressed? Knights of the Nine, follow me! Why won't you stay dead? Remember Breville! Our valor is useless against this damn devilry.
Crusader, arise. Stand and face the light. Breathe again and receive your reward. You have completed your divine task. You have restored the Order. You have defeated the enemy of the Nine. The Order shall serve as the sword and the shield of the Nine in the dark times to come. We owe you a debt of thanks. You have succeeded where we could not. You and your knights have held true to your purpose. At long last, our purgatory is at an end. We go to the glory of the Nine to serve in their host in the life beyond this one. You may call upon our spirits when you need us. Simply pray at our tombs, and each of us will grant you a blessing from the Nine. May your sword serve the Nine all the days of your life, Crusader. Farewell.
You redeemed my soul from the evil that had ensnared me. For that, I am forever in your debt. The old bitterness that seemed so important to me in life. What is that now? How to weigh that against my very soul? The Knights of the Nine stand together once again. I would not have thought it possible. We owe you a great debt. The evil took hold of me the day that I slew Sir Caius on the Priory steps. I baited him, knowing his temper. And then I killed him when he drew against me. I killed him in cold blood, with the Holy Sword itself. I could have disarmed him, or wounded him, but a cold pride had taken hold of me, and so I slew him, went to war, and never returned. The evil grew upon me until I became cruel, a tyrannical ruler, a terror upon the land. In death, evil held me even tighter than in life. Thanks to you, that is all behind me. Sir Caius and I will go to Aetherius side by side, as of old. The gods are truly merciful. I took the sword down with me into evil. You have redeemed us both. The gods smile on such deeds, noble knight. May your sword strike true.
Lord Crusader, how can this be? You're alive. It's a miracle. I heard voices in the Undercroft, and I came to investigate. You vanished in Garlus Malatar. After the battle, we searched further into the ruin and found you next to Umarul's corpse. You had no wounds on your body, but you were dead. I saw it with my own eyes. You did not draw breath. We laid you to rest in the Undercroft. We kept your death a secret. We feared what would happen if our enemies thought you were dead. Indeed, they are. We knew you had succeeded in destroying Umarul's physical form, but it seemed that you had met the same fate as Pelennor Whitestring. Tell me, was Umarul destroyed? Then he is destroyed. We've won. And you're alive! I have to tell the others. Knights of the Nine, hear me. Today we have witnessed undeniable proof of the strength and the might of the gods we serve. Slain in battle with the dread Umaril. By the grace and mercy of the Nine, the Crusader lives again. How can this be, you ask? What of our foe? What has become of Umaril the Unfeathered? Umaril has been slain by the Crusader. His very spirit cast into the void and destroyed for all eternity. He will never rise again. Let us give thanks to the Nine. By their power, the Crusader has rid the world of Umaril forever. Hail the Lord Crusader!
Looks like you're handy with a blade.
It's you. Hi.
Can I help you, brother? How goes the search? Fantastic! You actually found 10 of the Nirnroot. I'll begin making the elixir of exploration right away. According to my research from the tome, I'll need at least 20 more Nirnroot to make the next magnitude of elixir. In any case, if you come back in about 24 hours, I should have the weaker elixir ready for you. Good to see you.